Okay, in addition to canning our own potatoes tonight, we're going to teach you how to make your own homemade vanilla extract. However, it's not going to be ready for 18 months to 2 years. Sorry. But it's going to be really strong, really flavorful, so you only need to use a third of what your recipe calls for, and that means your pint jar, or however many you make, is going to last a very long time. So for this we need vanilla beans, and these I just got on Amazon. However, I just joined a vanilla bean co-op on Facebook where they can get you more in bulk for less money. There's two types of vanilla beans. There's grade A and grade B. These grade B vanilla beans, they're not as thick and juicy as the grade A's, but they say they work best for extract. Either will work, okay, just so you know. Let's go ahead and get into these vanilla beans. These ones are from the Tahitian Islands. But most vanilla beans you'll hear come from Madagascar, but they're being grown all over the world now, and they're not pollinated by bees necessarily. They're actually hand pollinated, all of them. So by people? Just by people, yes. Not sure how they do that, but they do it. So now we need like 2.5 vanilla bean pods per jar. So what I do is I'm just going to take out 2 here, and I'm going to make sure you can see what I'm doing. See what I'm doing? I think the light's good. It's just me you can't see, so we can see this. So what I'm going to do here is actually cut these beans lengthwise first, so it kind of opens up the pod. Okay, like that. And some people will scrape the caviar out. I don't do that, but you can. This is what I do. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut these in half again. And I'm going to put all 4 of these pieces plus another half into just a pint jar using a wide mouth. So let's get one more vanilla bean here. Cut it in half. Okay, now here's the deal. I've never drank alcohol. Just for those of you who go to church with me, right? But I use alcohol a lot for cooking. I do use a red wine with my roasts all the time, and they turn out amazing. And we're going to use vodka because vodka actually, I think, works the best for vanilla extract. And let me tell you, when you're only using 1/3 teaspoon in your cookie recipe, I'm okay with that. It's not going to get you drunk or anything like that, okay? Plus, there's alcohol in white bread. You can also use a spiced rum for this recipe. If you have a problem with using alcohol in vanilla extract, you can use something called vegetable glycerin, and a lot of people do that, but the flavor's not as good. It's not as robust and strong, so I just prefer to do it this way. So this is how we do it. Any questions from you guys about?
No, I'm so excited about this thing.
And you might even, if we're living in a time where people are gonna start bartering, maybe you want to just stock up on a couple of these $12 jars of vodka from Costco. I would think they would be a good bartering tool at some point. If someone is coming after you or your life for some alcohol and you're like, hey, look, spare me, take the alcohol, right? They will take that alcohol and spare your life. I don't know how bad it's gonna get, but we're canning tonight. That tells us that people are wanting to do it right now. It's the season with the times we're living in. Okay, so we're gonna just take this vodka here, and this is a big jar. We're gonna get a few pint jars out of this. But from here, I'm just gonna pour. It's heavy. I'm just gonna pour it in. Like that, okay? All the way to the top. Now here's the deal with vanilla beans. If you buy these, you cannot store these in the fridge because they will mold. You have to put them in some kind of alcohol to keep them fresh. So I would just store the rest of these, dry them out. You can dry them out on your counter, or just store them in alcohol, like your vodka, if you have extra for that. Now, from here, what I do is, you can use the metal rings. However, you're going to want to put a piece of wax paper down first, and I usually do that anyway. You can even just use these plastic lids and screw it on there, but since I have a piece of wax paper here, let's just cut, you know, a little square off that. Just put it on top like that, and then screw your lid on.
But it could be the 2-piece one too?
Yes, yes. But if it is for sure you want the wax paper if it's the metal, because the metal will start to rust in there from the alcohol. Okay, now we're at this point, and we want to shake it. Okay, we want to shake it every day of the week for 2 weeks. Okay, sometimes even twice a day. After that point, it's just going to be once a week until you hit 4 months, and then it's once a month for the rest of the duration. Some people will use their vanilla extract after 6 months. That's okay too. It's not going to be as good as unless you let it sit for 18 months to 2 years. That's when it's the best, okay? If you're only going to let it sit for 4, 5, 6 months, you're going to probably have to use the full teaspoon of vanilla in your recipe, okay?
Do you shake it aggressively or just like how
Just like I did. You just shake it like this, okay? Yeah. Okay, any questions about, see how easy that was?
Yeah.
Well, that was so easy.
And that one, do you seal with the pressure cooker, or you just
No,
leave it?
you do not seal this with a pressure cooker. You just set it on your counter and you just shake it, and then you're done. Okay? All right. That's how you make vanilla extract.